One day that countdown will go really smoothly. I've got one going 10, one going 5. It's brilliant. I love it. It's like a game of Jenga. Every day is a game of Jenga here at Highlight Crafts and Live Shopping. Anyway, welcome to the 12 o'clock hour. We've got a super hour for you. We're going to do what we did this morning with all our new cards and our new downloads, etc., and our foiling kit. And I promised you that I would teach you how to foil your reflections. So I sat in here for half an hour and I've come up with a really good way of doing it, which is really exciting. I'm excited to show you because then I've worked out a really good way of lining it up with your reflections, which makes it a bit easier. So it's all good today. We're going to have a lot of fun. Now then, we have been very, very busy on some of these cardstock, so just be aware of that. There was a lot of you bought after the show this morning, and we've come back in and we haven't got a lot left. But first of all, I'm going to introduce you to the team. We've got Ethan again on cameras. There he is. We've got Lewis in the producer's chair. Oh, look, you get a little wave today. Who's doing comments, Lewis? You?
I believe it's Jane.
Oh, Jane's on comments. And then you've got me for an hour. My name's Mel, if you haven't met me before. So live shopping is super, super easy. It's a brand new way of social shopping. And what's driven me crazy for 20 years working on TV, on a TV shopping channel, was that we sent you away, our customer away, from a visual channel to shop. That's always seemed absolutely ridiculous to me, because if someone's demonstrating, you want to watch the demonstration, right? Exactly. So what we do here at Live Shopping is you can watch us on YouTube. You can also watch us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on our website, which is Highlight Crafts. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video. So you can keep watching while you shop. So if I'm at home, for example, and I'm watching one of the shows, I sit with it on YouTube on my TV, and then I shop on my tablet or my phone. And I tend to shop on the website because I like shopping on the website, it's easy. So you can do that. So we show you a product, shop, and then that code, and that puts it into a basket for you. Then you're going to get a message from us sent to your social media inbox, and in that message there is a link. When you're ready to check out, and the sooner you do, the sooner we can pick and pack those orders. When you're ready to check out, you're going to click that link, and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com. Now you need to be logging into your account. If you haven't made an account with us yet, please do so, because doing that automatically makes you a member of Club Highlight, which is our club members group, and there's no fee, so it's free to join. But what it does give you from your first order and all your orders going forward is extra discount, even when we do outlet shows, extra discount, loyalty points, and on a basket spend over £35, you're also going to get free postage, which is brilliant, right? So all of that comes to you, and you don't need to miss a second of what we're doing. Now you can also shop on our website, highlightcrafts.com. And on there, you can just click on, I've just done it now, I've been watching David and Hannah and Sue. I've been watching the whole show, and literally you can see all the items come down the side of the screen. So click watch live, all those products will appear, and you can literally add them to your basket. Now they're going to appear in a little red shopping bag at the top of your screen. And when you're ready to check out, click on that little bag. That will open up your login page, and then you can check out. Now there's another way that you can do it, and I know now it's bank holiday weekend and the sun's out and it's lovely out there. If you can't take us with you in the morning or overnight, like a lot of you do, I know, middle of the night, me too, you can go onto highlightcrafts.com, and on the home page there's a banner that says shop today's deals. Click on that and you will see every product in every show today and tomorrow's, and Monday's on Monday, and then you can literally shop ahead. Now the way that the system works is, if it's in your basket, it's like being in your supermarket trolley. It's not yours until you pay for it and check out, and somebody can come along and take it off you. All right, put it in their basket, pay for it, check out, and then you'll go to check out and you'll be like, where have my pens gone? Somebody else has bought them. So that's how you shop with us and where to watch us. Right, so I'm going to start with this card because this was really, really, really busy this morning. So we've got a new cardstock in. We only launched it, I want to say we only launched it yesterday morning. And we've got a lot, we haven't got a lot left. So this is called Chrome Lux card. So it's a specialty cardstock. it's got this lovely metallic feel on the silver and on the gold. So you're going to get 60 A4 sheets of this. So you've got your metallic silver, it embosses beautifully. 2/3 of the stock is already allocated, and we've only had it on a couple of shows. So you're going to get 10 silver. You're then going to get 10 gold. Look how beautiful that gold is. It's not a really bright yellow gold. It's a very rich and opulent gold. It's very, very beautiful. Then you're going to get 10 sheets of white, which have got that gloss to them. Then you're going to get my favourite, 10 sheets of black. Then you're going to get 10 sheets of red. And then you're going to get 10 sheets of blue. Now, we might be able to get more stock. I don't know, honestly, but it's certainly not going to be today. So if you want it, it's Shop Chrome, and it's $17.99 for 60 sheets. That's amazing. Now, I want you to come and see something else that's amazing. That looks like a peel-off sheet, doesn't it? It's not. It's foiled on the Scan and Cut. How amazing is that? And it's foiled on this card, which is why I wanted to show it to you straight away. And then I'm going to take you over to the Scan and Cut, and we're going to set something foil in so that by the time we've done all the counter, it's ready. And then I'm going to show you how to set up your reflections. So look at that with the butterfly. Isn't that just beautiful? How amazing is that? So opulent, isn't it? Right, let me go and talk to you about this foiling kit, because this is a really cool kit to have. And if you want to be able to foil things like your reflection sheets and add your own detail in, but you want the machine to do it rather than you painstakingly sitting there and adding the glue, this is what I'm going to show you that in a little while. But for now, we're just going to get a word. I've got a word, I've got anniversary. So I've got the word anniversary from the shapes inside the machine's memory. You can see there I've made it much smaller. And what I'm going to do is just bring my card further down on my mat, so about 1 inch from the bottom. I'm going to put the sheet over the top, and I'm just going to burnish that down, because you don't want to use your scraper directly on that Chrome Luxe, because it has a coating on it and you don't want to scratch it. So I'm going to load this mat in now, and we might as well scan it in, because we've got a scanner there, so we might as well scan it in, and then we know we're getting it in the right place. And then I'm going to ask it to fill it. Okay, so we're going to press OK. We're going to scan in this card first of all. So we're going to scan and start. And I wanted to do quite a lot of techniques with you in this hour, because I think once you understand all the different things that you can do with that foiling kit, especially foiling your reflections artwork, which is amazing to be able to do that. And it's super easy to do. You do need to go into Canvas Workspace, but it's not tricky. Once you've done it once, you've set up. Right, so I can see now that I want anniversary, and I'm going to pop it just there. Now I want it to fill it with the glue. So I'm going to go to edit, and I'm editing the object, and this little button here, the one above the paper piercing that looks like a pen nib, that's the draw fill function. So you can put that on and then press OK. You can set the direction that the lines go in. You can set the distance between the lines. It's incredible. So foiling starter kit, if you haven't got this, I would highly recommend that you do, because it's blinking brilliant and it's easy. So you're going to get in your kit, you're going to get that sheet, because that's your burnishing sheet. You're going to get that tool. You're going to get 2 of the little burnishers. You get 1 of the pens with the numbers up. You also get a sheet of gold and a sheet of silver foil. And you also get, if I just go down here, an activation card that opens up all of these designs for you. And these are scalable, okay? Some of the activation cards won't let you scale up and down, like the piercing and the rhinestones, because then nothing else fits with it. Doesn't make sense for that to be resized. But with these, you absolutely can. So look at the fact you're getting all of these lovely detailed designs. Now, I discovered this morning, because I'm nosy, and I haven't used these shapes for a while. I was like, oh, if I bring that on, can I ungroup it? And then I've got all those different shapes. Yes, you can. I know. Imagine these with your Christmas cards. They're going to look special, aren't they? Right, so the way that this works is we're going to take the lid off our glue pen, and you'll see the glue pen has numbers. Not the right one. Let me get a different one. I think that's one that I haven't used for a while. Let's use this one. And you can see you've got the numbers 1 through to 4. All the way down that barrel. Also comes with a little a little guard, well, not a guard, a little cap, look, just to protect the nib in transit, so make sure you're taking that off. I know that because that's the sort of thing I do. And then you're going to get your ink flow going, all right? So just on a piece of scrap paper, get your ink flow going. Then you're going to put it in here. So you press the front, press this little metal button there, and that just drops in place, okay? So we're going to drop that where the blade would normally go. I'm going to push that grey guard down, and then I'm going to press OK and keep going. And on your main screen, when you open up where it says pattern and scan, in the bottom right hand corner, there's a little spanner. Click on the spanner, use the double arrows to go right down to the bottom and find premium functions. Click on premium functions and you can switch the foil on. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. It's that simple. And then it's on. We had a question in between the shows. Is this for use on all machines? Every single scan and cut. So CM and STX, you can use the foiling kit, which is brilliant. I love that. On a CM machine, it's very clever. So on an STX, you have this lever on the side. And this lever lifts the back rollers in here. So it will draw it however which way it needs to and fill it in whichever way it needs to, because it's not worried about those rollers going through the glue. On a CM machine, you can't lift the back rollers. So Brother have made it so it draws from the bottom up. It's really clever. It's brilliant. Right, so we're going to please select, and we're going to use foil 1 glue. It asks me what the scale is on that pen, so it's on number 1. If it was on number 2 or number 3 or number 4, you can tell it that as well, but it's on number 1. And then we're going to press OK, and it's processing that information. It's going to take 3 minutes to be able to draw that and fill it in. So we're going to press start. It might take 2 minutes and 1 second, but it will always round it up. Right, while we're doing that, let's go and have a look at these downloads that we've got for you, because we've had a cracking deal on these. Don't forget, if you want your chrome card, if you want to create pieces like that with that foil and that card, I mean, these are just magnificent, aren't they? Even down to the antenna, look, it's found that foil. It's amazing, isn't it? Love it. That, I can't believe that's done on the scan and cut. It looks like it's been manufactured. It's just incredible. So shop chrome, don't forget, you're going to get that. Right, I have some other card before we go to the download. How about that? How beautiful is that? That's one of the designs from the Tattered Lace download. This is our non-shed glitter card. Please don't ever use regular glitter card. If even the slightest bit comes off, it's going to land on your mat, or worse still, sorry, I've just put it down there and thought, wow. Or worse still, it's going to get inside your machine, and you don't want that. Look at this. Look at that. You could have a glitter foiled drop shadow. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. Okay, you definitely need this foiling kit if you haven't got it already. Right, so glitter card. Now, sometimes you get them in the really brash colours. This is a beautiful colour palette. I think one of our lovely friends at home, Mitch, described it as a grown-up colour palette. And I have to say, I agree with you, Mitch, because it's beautiful. Now, there's no special hints and tips for this. Just cut it as you would cut any other glitter card. Super easy to cut, and it really does give you a beautiful finish. So you're going to get all of these different colours, from your blues to your golds to your mauves and your pinks and your soft roses and your greens and your metallics in there as well. Shop Glitter will get you all 10 sheets for $9.99. Remember, you've got your you can scan in the card, so any bits that are left over, you're going to scan those in and use every little last bit of that card, because it's worth it. It's beautiful. We also have 30 sheets of holographic mirror card, so you can see as it rainbows like this. Now, we were doing in our club, weren't we, our scan and cut club, we were showing you how to do foam matting and layering to get the most out of your cardstock, so you're not just wasting card. This is going to be perfect for that. So if you want that one, shop mirror, you're getting 30 sheets for $19.99. Right, let's have a look at these downloads. So what we did with these was we've gone back into the archives. We did, I can't remember, but it was way over 100 different USBs with Tattered Lace designs on that were then converted to SVG files, which is one of the file formats that Scan and Cut reads. So we went in, or the graphic designers went in, and it was a massive job to do. Took the die image, and then they had to, because you work within certain parameters on a scan and cut, because it's a moving blade, it needs a 3mm turning point, and there's a certain line width tolerance. And they went in and rejigged all those designs to make them work perfectly on your scan and cut, which is brilliant. And then we put them on USBs, and they were $79.99 each when we first brought them out. What we've done now is gone back into that archive, and we've chosen 4 for you. Now, normally we do 4 at $49.99. We're doing it as a bank holiday special. We launched it on Tuesday because we knew the bank holiday was coming up, and a lot of you would have been at home and you might want something to do. Because it's supposed to rain. I know, right? But we do need rain, I'm not going to lie. So we've done that. So what we've done this time is we've made it an even better price. So for $39.99, and they are available individually, you can get everything that I'm about to show you. 480 Tattered Lace SVG files for $39.99. It works out at 8p a design. Now, when you think about that, it's 8p to be able to cut it. Then you draw it, takes it down to 4p. Then you foil it, takes it down to 2p. Then you emboss it, you're at a penny. Then you can paper pierce them. Right? Negligible. So let me show you exactly what you're going to get. So first of all, this is your lace pattern list. This is my favourite. If somebody said to me tattered lace, this is exactly what I would think of. And this design here, the filigree panel, is that foiled. How beautiful is that? Imagine that on your parchment, or with your piercing tool. It's really interesting because I think people just look at the piercing tool and think, yeah, it just does little holes. It will do the holes in that design. It's brilliant. So you're going to get all of those different ones, from corners to panels to neck collars to lace borders to doilies to frames, all your mats and layers in there. Imagine that foiled or that foiled. They're just beautiful. That's the butterfly. So that's this one that we foiled this morning. Look at that. And look how different it looks on there. The versatility of these downloads are incredible. So if you want that one by itself, it's shop lace. Now, normally we do them at $24.99 by themselves. We've dropped that price to £12.50. So if you just want that one for £12.50, because I know we've bought you quite a few downloads recently, you can have that one by itself. Bundle is going to get you all 4. So then we've also got these. So you've got your beautiful ladies in here. You've got some Japanese in here. You've got Lauren lipstick, all of these. This is, Amanda was saying the other day that one of the dies on here, I think it was the high heel, this one, high heel shoe. That's what got her into tattered lace. And now she works here. I know, right? And she says she owns all of these on USB. And she paid $79.99 for them, and she's had a use out of them. But to now get them all for $39.99 for 4, it's crazy, right? Right, next one. If you want that one, that is Shop Glam, and that's £12.50. If you're into your Art Deco, this is going to look wonderful with that foiling. If you're into your Art Deco, look at this lot. I love these. Your vector shape, your card shapes. Then you've got your corners, which you can make into a frame. Then you've got all your couples and your ladies and your gentlemen. Look at her sat in the wine glass. You've got Clara in here. These 2 files, you've got those 2 in hundreds of different sizes. Those are your label shapes, your apertures, your frames. You've got your deco poppy in here, your deco embellishments. I love those. They are beautiful. You've got your, I love this, your cityscape. Got anybody into the superheroes? How cool is that going to be to use for a card? Completely different to Art Deco. You've also got 2 alphabets in here. And then we come down here and you've got your architectural designs here. They would look amazing foiled or parched. You've got something for Christmas in here as well. You've got the Art Deco church. And look at, I mean, these are just stunningly beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely fabulous. So if you want that one by itself, Shop Deco, £12.50. And then if you want this one, is it typical or typically? Typically. Typically is the next one. Shop Typically will get you these. Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, it's all right. Shop Typical, thought it was a bit of a mouthful, for this. Now, this is lovely, isn't it? So you're going to get all of these different designs in here as well. But do you know what's really interesting about this? This one really jumps out to me because, forget it's a candle, look at that detail inside there. Now, the way that we save our SVG files means that you can ungroup them in Canvas Workspace and get to that detail inside. So then you've got another cutting file within a file, another foiling file within a file, and you can set it to foil the inside and cut the outside. It's so clever. Now, if you want all of it, which is what I would be doing if I was sitting where you are right now for this price, shop bundle, $39.99, 480 tattered lace SVG files for $39.99. Oh, and by the way, that's before your club discount. Right? I think we've gone a bit batty, do you? But never mind. Might be the sunshine. Right, I want to talk to you about the foiling kit. I've told you what you're going to get in it. In fact, if you turn it around, you can see. You get your activation card that you activate in Canvas Workspace. You get your little holder with your 2 burnishes. You get a sheet of gold and silver. You get your burnishing mat, your glue pen, and then you'll get this, and you'll be like, what is that? It's like a little rectangle of polymer, and you can put it on your foil and it will pick up any residue. I don't use mine very often because it foils beautifully, but if you ever get that little bit, you can pick it up and get rid of it. It's also good with your foiling pen as well, that, or any other foils that you're using. Right, speaking of foils, we have got the Tattered Lace gold and silver. Now, we haven't got a lot of these left. These are the ones that you use with your toner sheets, but they also work with the glue in the foiling pen. So, shop silver is going to get you 2 rolls. They're 12 inches wide, and I think there's about I think David said about 1 metre and a bit on each one. So you're going to get quite a good amount of foil. You'll get quite a lot out of this. Now, the thing with the foiling is when you foil something, you're left with the negative, aren't you? So what you can do, if you go onto our website, if you go onto liveshopping.vip, you'll be going to Jamie Rogers' brand shop. He sells double-sided adhesive sheets. So you can put that foil onto one of those sheets, burnish it down. If you wanted to, you can even get it to burnish on the machine if you wanted to. Just tell it to burnish and it'll do it. And then when you take it off, you'll have all the foil that's transferred from that waste piece. But then you've all the detail that's still sticky, because you'll have that negative, won't you, where the foil's gone onto the card. You can either put another piece of foil over the top, a colour, or you can put glitter on it. So you're not wasting anything, which is great, because we don't like waste, do we? We're paying money for it. We don't want to waste it. So shop silver will get you 2 rolls of silver. Shop gold will get you the 2 gold, and then $9.99 before your club discount. Now, they were quite busy on this morning. This is your self-adhesive vinyl. You're getting 30 sheets. Colours will vary, okay? But our warehouse team have been briefed to make sure that everybody gets some of these speciality ones, because these are amazing. Look at these. And then you've got all your different colours in here as well. There's another speciality one in there. You've got some matte, you've got some glossy, you've got some proper like chalkboard ones. So a really nice variation of colours and a selection of speciality ones as well. If you haven't got the vinyl kit, we are trying to get that back in. It's like we keep ordering it and ordering it and ordering it, and it's out of stock. So as soon as it comes back in, we will get them in. But the vinyl blade on there is amazing. Just going to put that out there. Right, so 40% of gold is allocated and in people's baskets. 30% or 33% of the silver is in people's baskets. How are we doing on the chrome card, please? I don't want you to miss out on this card.
About 70%.
Yeah, about 70% now. This is honestly a brilliant deal. You're getting 60 A4 sheets. White, black, gold, silver, your red, which is going to be lovely for Christmas, and your blue, which is also going to be stunning for Christmas with silver foil on. That would look amazing. So Shop Chrome is going to get you that. Right, let's go and carry on with this foiling. We do have a giveaway for you as well. I'm going to give away this card. So we'll draw a winner at the end. It's one of my little Quaker Bird cards. It's lovely, isn't it? Just really sweet. Right, sorry, missed the run through again. Which USB is that butterfly on that melded earlier? Marina, it's on the lace, shot lace. So you can buy all 4 as a bundle, all 4 collections, or you can just do shop lace for £12.50. It's up to you. Right. Thank you for that, Marina. Oh, everybody, yeah, asking again, Marina. Right. Okay. Right. Got you with me. I'm going to pop you back there. Then I can say a few hellos. Code is quirky. That's it. Well done, Lewis. You've got to type in quirky. I forget. We do that many things. Pictionary, giveaways, spin the wheels, all sorts going on, quizzes. Right, so type in quirky. Right, first of all, let's finish this off, shall we? So, I don't know whether you'll be able to see now. I'm sure our Ethan will get a good camera angle on there. Can you see how it's drawn that, but it's also filled it in? It looks almost like it's been etched. Can you see that clearly, Ethan? Do I need to take the mat out? No. There you go, perfect, right. So you then take a piece of foil. So we'll use the gold. I don't need that much, I only need a little bit. So let's cut that up and let's pop that over the top of the word. So the way I do it is I let it dip in the middle and then just press it down. If you don't cover the whole thing, don't worry, you can patch it. It doesn't really make any difference. And then you're going to take your sheet and with the brother facing forward, so not that way, this way, you're going to put that over the top. I don't think it really matters, but that's the way I was told to use it. So for once in my life, I'm doing as I'm told. That doesn't happen very often, can I just say? I think I'm going to be that way until I'm not here anymore. I like being a bit rebellious. Right, we're going to pop that on here like that, and we're just going to use some low-tack masking tape. Right, so we're going to take the little holder that the pen came out of, put the lid back on straight away, and all you're going to do is push one of those little burnishing tools into the bottom, okay? And then we're going to pop that in there. Clever this, isn't it? What's really clever is that it draws from the bottom up on the CM machines. I think that's genius. And then we're going to press please select. Now we're going to go down and we're going to do foil 2 here. While Sam's come in to take over from Ethan, so we can go and pack your orders. Go on, Ethan, go and get that Chrome card sent out. Good lad. Love that. Right, so we've got foil 2 now, and you can see it's got all these blue lines across. That's where it's going to burnish. So all we do now is press start. That's it. We're foiling, Sam. Have you seen foiling on the Chrome card? No. Sam, come and have a look at this. Wow, right. That amazing. Do you remember peel-offs?
Yes.
Doesn't that look like a sheet of peel-offs?
Yes, it does.
Right?
It does.
It's brilliant, that, isn't it? Love it. Right. Well, oh, done. That's it. That didn't take long, did it? See, it's quick as well. Right. So, in less than, I would say, probably 4 minutes, you've got yourself a foiled sentiment. And then I love doing this bit. Oh. Now then. If you're questioning how good it really is, look at that. That is amazing. Every single little bit there has been filled in. Good grief. Do you know what? I love doing shows like this because 9.5 years on, it still blows my mind how good this machine is. It's just incredible. And we do have a couple of good deals on it for you. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do the foiling on reflections. And while it's doing that, I'll show you. But look at that. I mean, it's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's no miss. You wouldn't know that that hadn't been done professionally in a factory. It's that good. And I'm proper fussy about stuff like that. If it wasn't, I'd be going back to brother and going, right, it's not very good, this. That is amazing. Right, so reflections. Now then, there's a process to this. So get yourself a pen and a piece of paper because you might want to write some of these down. But I am going to do it. You see, I've got a battle going on in my head at the moment because we have a scan and cut club. And every month we film a class and you get to keep the class on your account so you can watch it back over and over and over again. And I really want to do a class on foiling your reflections. But then that means you've got to buy the foiling kit. And I'm a bit torn because I don't want you to force you to buy something because you're in the club, but then I really want to do it. So let me know if you're happy with that or not, because it's driving me a little bit crazy at the moment. I'm having a proper battle in my head. I know, because I know what it's like. Right, so anyway, reflections. Now then, on Tuesday, we are launching To Red Robin's birthday, which is very exciting. And in the scan and cut shows on Tuesday, so I will do this again on Tuesday so that you can watch it back. In the scan and cut shows at 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, I'm going to be doing literally the To Red Robin's birthday SVGs. So we'll give you loads of different ideas. That's what I've been doing in between shows, building up all the decoupage layers and my reflections, and it's beautiful. So I wanted to show you, first of all, how to set it up, as in how to lay it all out, and then show you how to lay it out on top of one of these reflection sheets, because I've come up with a little bit of a plan and it's quite cool. So I've imported the file for the single for the poppy, and when I've imported it, I haven't used the reflection file, I've used the detail cuts. Okay, so this is the one that looks like the die, and where all the die edges are that cut, that's the detail lines. I'm going to zoom in for you so that you can see it clearly. Let's zoom right in to 100%. And this is why, and it's interesting, isn't it, because I'm working on this now, and the Tattered Lace machine has a smaller screen. Really doesn't matter when I'm doing this, does it? I use this now, and it's interesting because right at the beginning I was like, doesn't need a computer. It doesn't need a computer, and I love that about it, because I can just literally cut what I want and leave it running. But what I also love is that Canvas Workspace is free, and so you can go into here and use this as your screen and then just use that as a vehicle to cut it out or draw it or whatever you're doing. Right, so there's a process here. So first of all, this has an outside edge, and it also has a landlocked area there that will cut. Okay, so we've got a little bit of work to do here. Once you've done this once, it's done. Okay, and you don't need to do it again. So first thing I'm going to do, and this is going to sound really strange, because the scan and cut sees the outside of this poppy as a solid shape, and it's sat on top of that shape, and it's sat on top of all the detail lines. Okay, so to get to that little shape, if I just click it, it's going to pick up the big one, and I can't press shift on that because that little shape is underneath it. So what I have to do first of all is go to edit and send that outline to the back, just like you do in Minecraft Studio. Now what I can do is click on that landlocked area, press shift, keep it pressed, and then click on that outside edge. So I've now picked up both pieces that I want to cut. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm looking, well, first of all, I'm going to group it so I know that it doesn't then ungroup itself. So I'm going to group that, so that's now grouped together. The next thing I'm doing is just having a look in one area where those detail lines are, because I'm going to move this outside edge and then I'm going to put it back in place later on. All right, so I'm just having a quick look at the detail lines and whereabouts they sit, so that when I put it back together again, I know it's in the right place. It doesn't really matter if it's slightly off, to be fair, but I'm going to move this now out of the way. Okay, now those I'm going to set in the properties, which is kind of what the shape is made up of, as a cutting only line. Okay, so I now know that the outside and the little landlocked area is only ever going to cut. Even if I press draw, it'll disappear off the screen because it's not set as a cutting or drawing line. So I'm going to close that down now, and then I'm going to grab all of these detail lines. Okay, and we're going to group those together. So we go to edit and we group. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the properties of those, and I'm going to set them as drawing only lines. Okay, so we've now got our foiling lines and we've got our cutting. So now we need to put them back together. So I'm just going to drag this over here. I can remember where I had it aligned to, so I'm going to drop it in place. I'm going to move that down slightly, and I might move it across a bit more. Do I need to? No, I think I was kind of right there. Right, so now I've got the whole thing together. So now I'm going to select all, and even though they're set as two separate pieces, and go to edit, I'm going to group them together because I have a plan. Now I have a plan. For once in my life, I have a plan. Right, so then I downloaded that. So I'm going to bring it up now on my machine. All right, so got that bit. So we've taken it in, we've set the cutting line only, and then we set the drawing line only. Sam, move whatever you need to get comfortable, darling, I don't mind.
I might just stick to your mat.
That's all right, you can stick to my mat, I don't mind. Right, so what we're going to do now is retrieve that information from the USB. And if I scroll down, there's a file there that says called Foil Poppy, all right? So if I zoom in on here, you'll see that it's got the blue lines as the drawing lines and the black as the cutting. Brilliant that, right? Perfect. So I'm happy with that, and I'm going to move that right down to the bottom right hand corner. Now what I want to do is bring on the reflection cuts so that I can line that up over here, and I have a guide as to where to line that up to. It'll all make sense in a bit, I promise. It's exciting. I love it when I solve stuff like this. Right, so first thing we're going to do, I'm proper excited about this. We're going to go to retrieve information from the USB. We're then going to go into branching out, because that's what the collection's called, and we're going to do Poppy in Bloom. So let's go, oh no, where am I? Poppy in Bloom, there, right. I don't want the detail or the mats, I want the reflections, okay, and I want the original set. I've got decoupage and I've got the full cut. I want the full cut, okay, and then I'm going to press OK. Now the first thing I'm going to do is group all of that together, and that's important because that plays a key role later on. So we're going to edit, and we're going to multiple select part of the mat. We're going to drag over that poppy that's at the bottom. We're going to press OK, and we're going to keep pressing OK until we get to edit object or object edit and group that together. And now I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees because that's vertical. I want these to be vertical, then I'm not messing about. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is take this reflection. You literally did stick to the mat then, didn't you? And I'm going to position it in a different way, because actually the position of this doesn't really matter. As long as it's straight, it doesn't matter whether you do it horizontally or vertically, because all you're doing is lining this up with the rectangle. So it really doesn't matter whether you do it horizontally or vertically. It's also quite good to do this sometimes because it stops it cutting in the same place every time. So try it. It's just something I thought about today. I thought, oh, let's try that. So we did. Right, now then. And I'm going to do this for all of it. So it's going to take a little while, but it's worth it, okay? Because I want you to see how you can set it up. And once I've done this once, I can save that file. So if you download the SVG files and put them onto USB, you can then put all the foiling files on that USB as well. So they're there. So spend an afternoon just doing these with your reflections and then save them with your regular files. It's just an easy way of doing it. Right, so first things first, we're going to scan this in. So we're going to scan in and we're going to line up the rectangle first. So we're going to scan from there and press start. And this machine is whisper quiet. Listen. Just while you listen, I'm going to have a quick drink. Listen how quiet it is. Got a cracking deal on this. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Right, so edit and zoom in. So we're going to zoom in to 400%. So all we've got on here is a rectangle that we're going to line up over that pale black rectangle that you can see down there. If you struggle, you can make the background darker so you see that colour better. But for this, all I want to do is line that up, okay? So I'm going to keep that now where it is. Now I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to use the reflection outline, so each one of these poppies, to line that up too. This, I've shown you a different way before. This way, sometimes I have to go around the houses and then do the shortcuts after. It's just the way my brain works because I don't have pictures. I can't work it out in my head. I have to physically do it. And sometimes, you know what it's like, you have to go around the houses and then come back again. So I'm going to pick up this and I'm going to drop it and you'll see it just drop in place. Now you can use your little nudge arrows here. So I'm going up. I'm going to come across one and see if that helps. Now, if anything, I need to go the other way. Okay, and you're just going to take your time and you're going to work this out. There you go. Didn't you see, if I drop it down, the line at the top's a little bit thicker and darker. If I take it up one, it's in the perfect position. So now what we do is we duplicate it. I'm going to do one at a time, okay? So it does take a little bit of time, but blinking heck, it's worth it in the end. Right, so next one. So we're going to zoom in again. And I'm going to do all the top row, and then I'm going to use the top row and duplicate it to do the bottom row. So I'm going to bring this over here and we're going to drop that one into place. Okay, so we're going to move this up. Now it's a little bit trickier on a CM machine just because you haven't got these nudge arrows when you're in zoom. You have to come out of zoom to nudge in. But even then, you can do it. Then we're going to go again and duplicate. Actually, do you know what? What I'm going to do is group those two together, and then I can do two at a time. So multiple select that. Now we're going to find out whether they're perfectly spaced apart now. Okay, so we're going to multiple select part of the mat, because remember, we don't want these reflections. So we're going to drag over that. As soon as it can't see it as a shape, it ignores it. And then we're going to group those together. So object, edit, and group. Now I can duplicate those. So we've got two of those. So now we're going to zoom in again, like that. And what this gives you is the accuracy of the machine foiling for you. I know it takes a little bit of work, but you know what? It's worth it, right? And it gives you something else that you can do with your files. So we're going to drop those over the top of there, like that. And I'm going to play around, just nudging them into place, like that. There we go, and I go up one. There we are, maybe up one more. Nope, down one. You can see as soon as it starts to go hazy. Right, so I've got those there now. So all I'm going to do now is group both of those together. So multiple select, part of the mat, drag over the bits that you don't want included in the process, press OK twice, go back to editing the object because we're still changing it, and we're going to group it together. Now I'm going to duplicate that. Okay, so I've got two. I'm going to move this one down and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees so it's upside down. And then all I need to do is drop that into place. So we're going to get it nearly there, and then we're going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom into 400%, and I'm going to move the screen down so that I can see where I'm going, like that, right down to the bottom. And then I can start to move those shapes. So I'm going to move this up. So remember, we've still got all the reflection cuts underneath here. That's what we're lining this up to. Okay, now I haven't done that bit before, and it suddenly came to me today. I thought, why have I not done that before? You know, when it's obvious, but sometimes you just don't see it. That's what it's one of them. That's all right. I get over it. Forgive myself easily enough. All right, I'm going to move that back over one. There we are. So now you've got that whole sheet laid out, ready for your foiling. So all you need to do now, because we kept that rectangle with those reflection cuts grouped, all we need to do now is use our select arrows to get to that rectangle, put it in the bin, and you're left with all your foiling in exactly the right place. That, my friends, is a boom moment, I think. Isn't that fabulous? 60% of your gold foil is now allocated, 50% of your silver is allocated, 80% of your chrome, and 50% of your glitter. Well done. It's great, that, isn't it? I'm well happy about that. And do you know what? This is me, right? And I don't listen, what you see is what you get with me. Everybody in this building will tell you that. No airs and graces, what you see is what you get. My other line is, and if you don't like it, don't look. I have that, I'm sassy, and I quite like being sassy. But 9.5 years on, things like that, I still get so excited. And do you know why I get excited? Because I can teach it to you. And that's why we do a club. And the club is Blinking Brilliant. So I just want to show you this one more thing, and then I'll talk to you about that. I'm not going to foil it. I'll do that later on because it's just going to take too long and we haven't got long left. But if I go to please select now, and I go to foil glue and press OK, it will only do the lines that are set to draw. So it'll only do that with the foil. And then if I ask it to cut, it'll only cut the outlines. And that's because we set them as a drawing only line or a cutting only line. And I love there's nothing more exciting for me than finding something like that and going, yes, I've got something new to teach you. Now we do a club, and the club, we've done the first 2 months, we're filming the next one next week, and that will be the end of that first quarter of the club. So what we did a couple of weeks ago is we launched the next 3. So June, July and August. Is that right? Yeah, June, July and August. The code is SCAN2, the word 2. So scan and then the word 2. And it's $29.99. And every month you're going to get a class that is pre-recorded in this studio with me, teaching you how to get the most out of the shapes inside your machine, but also the SVG files that you also get as a download within that club. You also get invited to a closed Facebook group, and as long as you're in the club, you will have access to that Facebook group. And that means that you can share your homework, you can share your makes, you can get inspired by other people's creativity. It's a fabulous group. Everybody's lovely and everybody's so good at what they're doing. I'm really impressed. It blows me. I actually get quite emotional about it. You saw Hannah in there getting quite emotional about her mum's artwork. I get that from you guys. I'm like, look at you. All those people, and I actually had a lady say to me, I've had a scan and cut, it's been in my box for 4.5 years, I wish I got it out sooner, and this is the first thing I've ever made. And she was blown away. You can do it, okay? So if you want the club, it's scan and then the word 2, that will get you June, July and August for $29.99. You still get your discount and you still get your points on that. Now we have a couple of deals on the Tattered Lace machine, okay? What I'll do with this is I will foil this after the show because I can stay in here and do it. And when we come to do the shows on Tuesday, I'll show you what it looks like. I'd love to do it now, but we're going to run out of time and I don't want to rush it. I want to get it right for you. But we have a couple of deals on the Tattered Lace machine. So I've been nagging brother for quite a while. I'm sure they dread seeing my name come up on their phone. But I do it for you guys. And I wanted to bring a machine in under £300. And they went, no, there's no way. You could do the CM300 if you want at that price. I was like, no, I really want an SDX, please. And they went, no, we can't do that. Anyway, they came back to us a couple of weeks ago and went, yeah, go on then. So you're going to get the Tattered Lace machine. Now, we've got 2 deals for you. We've got one where it is £279 before your club discount. So with your club discount, it brings it down by £13.95. Then in a couple of weeks' time, you would get your points credited back to your account, and those points are worth £13.25. So the total that you're actually paying for the machine with your discount and then the money that you get back is £251.80 for a scan and cut SDX with that full Wi-Fi connectivity and the auto blade technology. That's phenomenal. Some electronic cutting machines are nearly £200, but inside the box you're also going to get 2 standard mats. Now they're worth £24.75 each, but brother put those in as standard, so we're not even thinking about the value of those. You just know that you get them. So if you want a machine, you have 682 images, shapes and icons and patterns pre-installed into the machine's memory that we can resize a minimum of a couple of 100 times minimum. You can flip them, you can weld them, you can do all sorts of different things with them. You also get 7 full fonts, uppercase, lowercase, numbers and punctuation, and 100 quilt blocks. And then earlier, last year sometime, brother brought out a new app called Art Spira. And it is subscription based. You can dip in and out of it, but for this particular thing you don't need to pay for it at all. So you can go in there, and there's a video on our YouTube channel showing you exactly how to do this with our Hannah. You can access 90 Tattered Lace designs from there for free and send them to your machine, which is brilliant. So for £251.80 after you've taken off your discount and you've got your points back, you're paying $279 today, less that discount. Now, if you're in a higher tier, wow, that's all I'm going to say about that. But you can get an SDX. So if you're upgrading from a CM, if you've never had a machine before and you want to have a go because you love the idea of being able to do all these things that we share with you, plus there's loads of education on our YouTube channel to get you started as well. So that will be Shop Brother 279. Now we also have another deal, exactly the same machine, but it's 299, but you get the club. And the club is worth $29.99. So you've got $299 as your starting point. And by the way, this should be $399. So you've already saving over £100. Then you get your discount off that, which is worth £14.95. Then you'll get your points back, which is worth £14.20. Brings it, and your club as well. So you're going to get all of that plus your club for $299, which is crazy, isn't it? It's brilliant. So if you're in the market for a scan and cut and you've been sitting on the fence going, oh, I'll never be able to afford 400 quid, that's ridiculous. That's never going to be even in my thought process. Now it might be, because we're bringing them in under £300, and then you get your discount, and then you get your points. It's crazy. Right, let me have a look at some of these questions if my iPad hasn't died on me. No, it hasn't. Right, so glad I'm watching. Oh, way up. They're all gone now. Look, let's have a look. Where are my stars? Susan Davis says, so glad I'm watching. I'll get my foiling kit out. Yes, please do. How exciting is that? Tracy, Mel, can you do all the setup on the computer and then send it to the scan and cut? Yes, you can, Tracy. And what you do, so you set it up, you link this to your Wi-Fi at home, and then you link this to this. And what Brother are brilliant at is showing you how to do it. So, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to keep that, don't I? Right, so you'll go into your settings on your home screen. Nearly did that. Nearly wiped it all out. You're going to go to your settings. So your little spanner that's in the corner of your screen, go into there, go down to network, type in the code that's on the back of your router, and then go down to, oh, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the button underneath it, and that will connect it to Canvas Workspace. So you can do all of that in there and then send it to your machine. Absolutely, via Wi-Fi. It's easy. So if I was to download this now, go to download on there, and then click scan and cut transfer, and that's going to send it to your machine. It's that quick. So yes, absolutely you can. And actually, if you're doing that, it doesn't matter what size the screen is, because on an STX 1200 you've got the largest screen, but it's £499. So it's how much is that screen worth to you? I know you get extra accessories and you get extra shapes, but actually, is it worth that money to you? That's your choice, isn't it? But thank you for asking the questions, because I love that. So yes, Tracy, you can absolutely do that, and you can design your own stuff in there as well. Marina Bowen, sorry to be a pain. You're not a pain. Don't apologise for asking questions, but not near machine or laptop at the moment. Is that lace download the same as USB called Ways of Lace? No, I think it is called, it's going to be right at the bottom, isn't it? It's just called Lace. It's number 22, if that helps. It's number 22 USB. So you can check that, see if you've got it. But please don't ever think you're a pain, Marina, because that's what we're here for. Without you, we're not here. So please don't ever think you're a pain. Anne Bond, hi Melantine, question. Is there any way cleaning standard mat for SDXTL? My card has not come off completely, thank you. Yes, Anne, go to your tap, run it underneath the tap, let that water penetrate through that card, and then use your scraper to get it off. Don't do that with your scraper with it dry, and then just wipe it off and let it air dry. That's it, easy. Hi Melanie, oh no, I've just done that one. Any more? I think that's all the questions. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I just want to do a quick recap on this card because I don't want you to miss out on this. And we sold a lot of it in between the shows. So if the same happens again, it might be gone. Shop Chrome is going to get you 60 sheets, 10 black, 10 white, which has that wonderful gloss to it, 10 of the gold, which is a beautiful colour, 10 silver. This is perfect for foiling on. I don't think I've found a better card for foiling on, actually, than this, because it's got that coating on, but it works beautifully. Shop Chrome, $17.99. That's the kind of effect you get on it. Incredible. Incredible. And your glitter card, you're going to get 10 sheets for $9.99. That would have been expensive. $9.99. And it's a non-shed glitter. Right, winner. Let's go. Now, coming up next, David's with Amanda.
It's the giveaway, not the wheel.
Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry, honestly. It's a good job I've only got 2 shows today because I don't know where my head is. Well, I do. It's in birthday.
Hilda Elsie.
Hey, Hilda Elsie. Hilda, you won a card. We'll get that sent out to you. Just message help at Highlight Crafts, darling, and we'll get that sent out. Coming up next is David and Amanda with a Cutting Craftorium download. So if you're into your 3D projects, so your little boxes and all sorts of stuff like that, or even making your own storage, they've got something special on a good deal as well. And I will see you back tomorrow morning with a brand new launch from in the studio, I think. Yes, and Sospeso Trasparente, brand new flowers. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.